I was 47 when I found out that my wife was pregnant with our sixth child. Always excited. We had 5 children, and of course number 6 comes along, and it's always a blessing, and we've always thought of the children as blessings.
I've never cared whether I was pregnant or not, so it didn't matter, but this time was kind of different, right? It had been 6 years. Here I was 43, and I, thought I was done. All my ultrasounds were fine. They didn't see anything, right? So then upon birth, we heard the word floppy. We noticed that her nose was very flat and her features were very tiny. And for me, I did notice the eyes. It depended on the way you looked at her. So, but I didn't care. I was in 7th heaven. I had a little girl, and it didn't matter to me.
When the doctors all came in, and there was a couple of psychiatrists there as well to, I guess, view our reaction when they told us that Izzy had Down syndrome. My emotion was confusing, because we had 5 healthy children, and all of a sudden we have a child with special needs.
We accepted it, but what we found very difficult was the unacceptance of everyone else around us, and that it was like something to be grieving and sorrow. And I suppose you do grieve. You grieve what you thought you were going to get. You thought you were going to get, somebody perfect, and you do.
I wouldn't change a thing. I mean, she's so adorable. What's not to love? I mean, she's a daddy's girl. I mean, it's like, the older kids. When I come home from work, the first one to the door, not so much my wife, but it's Izzy. Izzy comes running up, Daddy's home. It's everything. She's such a blessing. I mean, no words can describe how we feel.
She's taught us what it is to have no baggage, to love unconditionally, and to forgive immediately. She's also taught us to be gentle.
The one thing that really would always stuck out with me, it was when people come up to me and ask, you introduce yourself and say, I've got 6 children. My last child, we were blessed to have her with Down syndrome. They go, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I say, sorry to hear that? Don't be sorry, be happy. Be excited, because we love her no different than any of the other kids. These are God's graces, and don't treat your children any different, no matter how they are. Depending on the severity of the special needs, just go with it, work with it, just be happy, because they're going to give you nothing but joy and blessing in the end anyways.